Replacing optocouplers and shunt regulators is now possible with the introduction of an isolated air amplifier for feedback in isolated power supplies. Hi, I'm Brian Kennedy, Applications Engineer with Analog Devices Interface and Isolation Group. Optocoupler feedback is used in many isolated power supplies. A shunt regulator is used as a reference and error amplifier, and the output is fed to the optocoupler LED circuit. Current transfer ratio, CTR, is the ratio of output transistor current to input LED current. The CTR characteristics are not linear and vary from optocoupler to optocoupler. As shown in this curve, CTR will decrease by 40% over years of service at elevated temperatures found in high-density power supplies. Also, when an optocoupler is used as a linear device, it has a relatively slow transfer characteristic. Optocoupler's small signal bandwidth is about 50 kHz, which may lead to slower loop response of the power supply. Having shown the difficulties of obtaining stable operation of an optocoupler as a linear isolator, now let's look at the capabilities of an isolated air amplifier. The ADuM3190 isolated air amplifier replaces both the optocoupler and shunt regulator in an isolated power supply design. Let's look at the ADuM3190 feedback circuit. Here you will see the optocoupler is replaced with a fast linear isolator based on digital isolator technology. The shunt regulator is replaced with a wideband 10 MHz operational amplifier and a precision 1% reference. The output of the operational amplifier is encoded and pulses are sent across the isolation barrier and decoded back to an analog signal. Digital pulses across the isolation barrier completely eliminate CTR variations. Also, the ADuM3190 bandwidth of over 250 kHz makes it possible for much faster transient response with isolated primary side control. In a feedback loop, the ADuM3190 output changes less than 1% over a -40 to 125 C range. Unlike optocoupler solutions, which have an uncertain current transfer ratio, the isolated air amplifier has a transfer function that does not change over lifetime and is stable over temperature. The isolated air amplifier will become the solution of choice for power supply designers who want to improve transient response and operating temperature range. Thank you for watching. For more information on the ADuM3190 isolated air amplifier and other iCoupler devices, please visit analog.com/iCoupler.